charming killers are among the largest of a lethal group of dinosaurs nicknamed raptors. Meet your home state kids, the Utah Raptor. Comes to feeding time, there's a definite pecking order, and the weakest of the three will have to wait his turn for a meal.
Somebody's controlling their mouth.
Listen to their sounds. Now, these dinosaurs are intelligent enough to communicate with one another. Raptors are smart. Working as a team in the pursuit of food, they rely on this communication. Those sleek, muscled bodies, held in perfect balance by that highly mobile tail. See, it constantly adjusts as he slinks forward. How'd you like to run into one of these guys on a walk in the woods? And look at their arms. The way they pack them away by their sides, the way they hold at the wrist, the way they're held. Does it remind you of anything? Hold that thought. We'll come back to it.
This one is what I'm here. It's scary.
But the real joy of them is their concentration. Look, as he walks forward, his head hardly moves. His eyes stay fixed on the goal in front of him. But when they need to be, they're fast and agile. Smart by dinosaur standards. We hairless mammals tend to put too much emphasis on brain size, but for this fella, it's quality, not quantity that counts. Fly by until we come to rest at last in the mid-Cretaceous period. Now there's a new addition to our landscape of conifers and ferns. Flowers. Think of this. Until now, no one's ever seen a flower. No creature on Earth has ever gazed upon the color of a bloom. And yet with all these blossoming arrivals, it's beginning to look a bit more like the world that you and I know. All right, maybe just a little bit. Now, did you know that flowers owe their existence to insects? Well, the fact is, insects have already been around for a long, long time. Now, dragonflies, mayflies, even our good friends the cockroaches date back to the coal swamps, about 100 million years before dinosaurs even appeared. But up until now, they haven't played a role in the bigger pollination picture. You see, for generations, plants have been fertilized by the action of either wind or water. But here, in the mid-Cretaceous period, they find a new way. Now, plants have always had to put up with insects feeding off them. But in the fullness of evolutionary time, it becomes evident that these same insects can carry vital pollen from one plant to another as well. So the plants begin to reward the insects for visiting them in the form of nectar. Then they begin to compete with one another in attracting the insects through the use of color, thus creating flowers. So, the more insects, the more flowers. The more flowers, the more insects. It's one of the most beautiful examples of co-evolution we could ever hope to find. So now, here in the mid-Cretaceous period, we have more types of insect coming into being because of all the flowers. There are bees, wasps, some moths and butterflies. It's a miracle of natural engineering, perfectly evolved to feed on floral rewards. Except that unfortunately not all of them feed on the floral rewards. I don't know about you, I could have done without mosquitoes. But as I was saying, that's all flowers are, really. Just a beautiful example of reproductive display. Now, animals have them too. And dinosaurs? Oh, they have them in a big way.